everyone, and welcome to our September Suicide Prevention webinar series. My name is Whitney Porter. I am a scheduling coordinator here with NJ4S Union Hub. We will be having a presentation on Seasonal Affective Disorder, otherwise known as SAD, by prevention consultant Tahani Helms Ishmael. And just to introduce Tahani Helms Ishmael is a dedicated NJ4S prevention consultant whose passion for community empowerment shines through in her work. With a unique blend of creativity and professionalism, she champions initiatives that uplift youth and promote positive change. An accomplished entrepreneur, Tahani balances her professional life with her love for basketball and traveling, finding inspiration in both the court and her adventures around the globe. Her commitment to civic engagement earned her a prestigious NAACP award, a testament to her impactful contributions. In addition to her advocacy, Tahani expresses her creativity through fashion and music, using these outlets to connect with others and foster inspiration. Whether she's strategizing prevention programs or shooting hoops with friends, Tahani embodies a spirit of innovation and resilience that leaves a lasting impact on everyone she meets. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Tahani for her presentation.
Okay, great. Good morning, everybody. I hope all is well and everybody's in good spirits. I am representing New Jersey, NJ4S Union Hub, Prevention Links, and today's presentation will be on Seasonal Affective Disorder, also known as SAD, and this will be a guide to well-being. Once again, I am your presenter, Tahani Helms. Objectives. We will talk about three things and address three things in today's webinar, which will be one, raising awareness. So this webinar will increase individuals' understanding of seasonal affective disorder by providing accurate information about the disorder and the factors that affect it. This webinar will also address coping strategies. It will provide individuals with practical coping strategies and techniques that they can incorporate into their day-to-day lives to better assist them with this disorder. And lastly, this webinar will reduce the stigma. It will challenge stereotypes and reduce the stigma associated with seasonal affective disorder. Defining seasonal affective disorder, right? So seasonal affective disorder, also SAD, is a type of mood disorder associated with seasonal changes, commonly seen as depression arising during the winter months. It happens due to a disturbance in the circadian system of the body. It encompasses our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, affecting how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Your circadian rhythm is the pattern your body follows based on a 24-hour day. This rhythm tells your body when to sleep and when to wake up. It also affects several other body processes like your hormones, digestion, and body temperature. It's like you have a tiny conductor in your body orchestrating a 24-hour symphony of biological processes. Outside factors like light can affect the rhythm too. For example, when light enters your eyes, cells send a message to your brain that it can stop producing melatonin, a hormone that helps you sleep, which may result to you waking up earlier and then cause mood swings and that can be a starter cause to depression. So like another example before I move further, I know there's been times where we all been asleep and somebody may just come along with like a flashlight and hold a flash in your eye and you'll just automatically jump up. That's a disturbance in the circadian system. So the same thing applies with daylight savings, but I'm gonna save that until we get further on into the webinar. So the importance of the circadian system. Shorter days in the winter can cause depression in some people because of prolonged melatonin secretion, as well as a misalignment between sleep and circadian rhythms. The body uses sunlight to regulate important functions like when to wake up. Reduced sunlight in the winter can disrupt the body's internal clock and cause seasonal affective disorder symptoms. So, factors affecting seasonal affective disorder. We have three key factors, with the first one being reduced serotonin. Some studies have shown that people with SAD have reduced levels of serotonin, known as the happy hormone, which helps regulate mood. Sunlight affects molecules that help maintain serotonin levels. Not getting the right amount of serotonin your body needs can cause rapid changes in your mood. Second, we have lower levels of vitamin D. Your body produces vitamin D when you are in the sun. Low levels of vitamin D are associated with a higher risk of depression and anxiety. And lastly, we have increased melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that helps maintain your sleep wake cycle, also known as your circadian rhythm. Once more, SAD can cause altered levels of melatonin when the seasons change. People with winter pattern SAD might produce too much melatonin in the cold months, leading to increased fatigue and oversleeping. So I just want to ask everybody to take a deep breath. The trees are about to show us how lovely it is to let things go. So although the seasons are changing, the winter and fall for some, well, fall and winter for some individuals may be horrible, but actually take it in as a reminder that it's just time to simply change, evolve, and have a fresh start. Treatment for seasonal affective disorder. There's four different types of treatments that can better assist you if you guys are suffering with this disorder. You have one, light therapy. Light therapy is a popular treatment approach for people with SAD because it offers a solution for the most likely cause of your winter depression, which is a lack of sun exposure. Experts recommend sitting in front of the bright light for about 30 to 45 minutes a day, starting in late fall and ending treatment in early spring for optimal results. Second, you have psychotherapy. Like other types of depression, psychotherapy can help you better cope with symptoms of SAD and can regulate your emotions. Specifically, cognitive behavioral therapy, which focuses on challenging negative thoughts and motivating behavioral activation, a technique that encourages people to engage in a healthy or joyful activities despite lacking motivation. Third, we have antidepressants. If therapy isn't working for you, your provider may also recommend antidepressants. Antidepressants that have serotonin in it, which is a neurotransmitter that aids brain and body functions, including mood, stabilization, cognition, learning, memory, and sleep. And lastly, we simply have vitamin D. With less sunlight exposure, your body produces less vitamin D. Some people may find that taking vitamin D supplements helps improve symptoms of SAD. So, just for a brief moment, I want you guys to just take a minute and to just think, what are some things you can do as an individual to prevent SAD, seasonal affective disorder? That may be, hey, fall and winter months, it's gloomy outside. You might not be an outside person, but just consider going to take a walk. What would it be like if let me just make the initiative to go take a walk, go outside, be more social with friends. Just do any type of activity that makes you feel good. So even though it is dark and gloomy outside, you don't let the weather necessarily affect your mood. So just find something that you love to do and just, do it more frequently and try to do it more often than usual. Now we have how to prevent seasonal affective disorder. So for people with winter pattern SAD, starting treatment in the fall can prevent SAD symptoms as the days get shorter and colder. This could look like starting an antidepressant, attending therapy, or engaging in habits you plan to continue in the wintertime. For example, while exercise is known to reduce depression symptoms, it can be harder to find motivation in the winter. Getting into a gym routine or starting a fitness class that brings you joy can help encourage more frequent exercise in the winter months. If you experience summer pattern SAD, right? Because it's seasonal depression. Typically, we see it in fall and winter, but this can also occur in the spring and summer months as well. So, if you experience summer pattern SAD, it could help to start meal prepping in the spring or make a dietary plan full of foods you enjoy to help prevent unintentional weight loss that can occur with summer depression. You might also consider improving your sleep hygiene and environment, such as by getting blackout curtains or a white noise machine to help you fall asleep during the summer. And now I want to address some myths and stereotypes. So we're going to be debunking myths and stereotypes, breaking stigmas. So one myth I have here is seasonal affective disorder problems are a sign of weakness. The fact to that is sad issues can affect anyone regardless of their strength or resilience. So it doesn't matter how strong you are, how able you are to bounce back. This is something that affects everybody. Another myth, people with sad problems are dangerous. Most individuals with sad conditions are not violent at all. Sad problems are just a phase. A fact to that is seasonal affective disorder is real and it can be long lasting. They often require treatment and support. Another myth, and lastly, I believe this is the last myth, you can simply snap out of it. The fact to that is sad is complex and requires appropriate care and treatment. And before closing out, I just want to highlight the difference between seasonal affective disorder and depression. Seasonal affective disorder is a type of mood disorder associated with seasonal changes, while depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest, right? So, sad majority of the time is acknowledged as depression. To some extent, that is true. Sad is a form of depression, but it isn't depression. The major difference between the two illnesses is the time frame of which both illnesses occur. Excuse me. Sad is seasonal, while depression itself is day to day, yearly, more continuous. So depression is something you feel every day. Sad is something that occurs when the seasons change. So it can either happen in the winter time or it can happen in the spring and summertime. It's not something that happens every day. Outside of the time frame, both illnesses should be acknowledged individually because they are two different illnesses. Even though sad is a form of depression, it is not depression itself. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down in the comment section below.
Thank you so much, Tahani, for this very informative presentation. I know this is something many people can take something away from. Hopefully, this helps give people insight to hopefully potentially help a friend or a colleague or a family member that may be going through this in this upcoming transition of seasons and transitions of seasons in the future. So thank you again for this very informative presentation. If you have any questions or comments about this presentation or about NJ4S in general, you can always reach out to us at the NJ4S Union Hub through email at NJ4SUnion@preventionlinks.org. And you can keep up with what we are doing on our social media platforms at NJ4S Union.